Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayana Namaskrityam Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tado Jayamudhirayet Nashta Prayeshu Abhadreshu Nityam Bhāgavata-sevayā Bhagavati Uttama Shloke Bhaktir Bhavati Naishtiki Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nanda Gopakumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha Harihi Om Shri Guru Bhyo Namaha. So reading from chapter 13 from Canto 3, The Appearance of Lord Varaha. Sri Sukha Uvacha निशम्यवाचं वदतो मुने पुण्यतमान् नृपा भूय प्रपच्च कौरव्यो वासुदेवकथाधृतः Oh, sorry, translation. Sri Sukadeva Goswami said, O king, after hearing all those most virtuous topics from the sage Maitreya, Vidura inquired further on the topics of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, which he adored to hear. विदुरौवाच स वै स्वायम्भुव सम्राट् प्रियः पुत्र स्वयम्भुवः प्रतिलभ्य प्रियां पत्नीं किं चकार ततो मुने. Vidura said, O great sage, what did Swayambhuva, the dear son of Brahma, do after obtaining his very loving wife? चरितं तस्य राजर्षे आदिराजस्य सत्तमा ब्रूहि मे श्रद्धदानाय विश्वक्सेनाश्रयो हि असौ. O best of the virtuous, the original king of the kings, Manu, was a great devotee of the personality of Godhead Hari, and thus it is worth hearing of his sublime character and activities. Please describe them. I am very eager to hear. श्रुतस्य पुंसां सुचिरश्रमस्य नन्अञ्जसा शूरिभिरीडितो रथः तत्तद्गुणानुश्रवणं मुकुन्द पादारविन्दहृदयेषु येषाम्. Persons who hear from a spiritual master with great labor and for a long time must hear from the mouths of pure devotees about the character and activities of pure devotees. Pure devotees always think within their hearts of the lotus feet of the personality of Godhead who awards his devotees liberation. Sri Sukha Uvacha इति भ्रुवाणं विधुरं विनीतं सहस्रशीर्ष्णस् चरणोपदानं प्रहृष्टरोम भगवा कथायां प्रणीयमानो मुनिरभ्यचष्ट. Sri Sukadeva Goswami said, the personality of Godhead Sri Krishna was pleased to place his lotus feet on the lap of Vidura because Vidura was very meek and humble. The sage Maitreya was very pleased with Vidura's words, and being influenced by his spirit, he attempted to speak. Maitreya Uvacha यदा स्वभार्याया शार्धं जातः स्वयंभुवो मनुः प्राञ्जलिः प्रणतश्चेदं वेदगर्भम् अभाषत. The sage Maitreya said to Vidura, after his appearance, Manu, the father of mankind, along with his wife, thus addressed the reservoir of Vedic wisdom Brahma with obeisances and folded hands. त्वमेकः सर्वभूतानां जन्मकृद्वृत्तिदः पिता तथापि नः प्रजानां ते शुश्रूषा केन वा भवेत्. You are the father of all living entities and the source of their subsistence because they are all born of you. Please order us how we may be able to render service unto you. तद्विदेहे नमस्तुभ्यं कर्मस्व ईड्यात्मशक्तिषु यत्कृत्वेह यशो विश्वग अमुत्र च भवेद्गतिः. O worshipful one, please give us your directions for the execution of duty within our working capacity so that we can follow it for fame in this life and progress in the next. Brahma uvacha प्रीतस्तुभ्यमहं तात स्वस्तिस्ताद्वां क्षितैश्वर यन्निर्व्यलीकेन हृदा साधिमेति आत्मार्पणितम्. Lord Brahma said, "My dear son, O Lord of the world, I am very pleased with you, and I desire all blessings for both you and your wife. You have without reservation surrendered yourself unto me with your heart for my instructions. एतावत्यात्मजैर्वीरा कार्या हि अपि चितिर्गुरौ सक्त्या प्रमत्तैर्गृहेत सादरं गतमत्सरैः." O hero, your example is quite befitting a son in relationship with his father. This sort of adoration for the superior is required. One who is beyond the limit of envy and who is sane accepts the order of his father with great delight and executes it to his full capacity. सत्वमास्याम् अपत्यानि सदृशानि आत्मनो गुणैः उत्पाद्य सासधर्मेण गां यज्ञैः पुरुषं यजा. Since you are my very obedient son, I ask you to beget children qualified like yourself in the womb of your wife. Rule the world in pursuance of the principles of devotional service unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and thus worship the Lord by performances of yajna. परम शुश्रूषणं मह्यं स्यात् प्रजा रक्षया नृप भगवांस्ते प्रजा भर्तुर् ऋषिकेशोऽनुतुष्यति. O king, if you can give proper protection to the living beings in the material world, that will be the best service for me. When the Supreme Lord sees you to be a good protector of the conditioned souls, certainly the master of the senses will be very pleased with you. येषां न तुष्टो भगवान् यज्ञलिङ्गो जनार्दनः तेषां श्रमो हि अपार्थाय यदात्मा नादृतः स्वयं. The Supreme Personality of Godhead Janardana, Lord Krishna, is the form to accept all the results of sacrifice. If he is not satisfied, then one's labor for advancement is futile. He is the ultimate self, and therefore one who does not satisfy him certainly neglects his own interests. मनोरुवाच आदेशेऽहं भगवतो वर्तेयामीव सूदन स्थानं त्वइहानुजानीहि प्रजानां मम च प्रभो. Sri Manu said, O all powerful Lord, O killer of all sins, I shall abide by your order. Now please let me know my place and that of the living entities born of me. यदोकः सर्वभूतानां महीमग्नमहाम्बसि अस्या उदरने यत्नो देवदेव्या विधीयताम्. O Master of the demigods, please attempt to lift the earth, which is merged in the great water, because it is the dwelling place for all the living entities. It can be done by your endeavor and by the mercy of the Lord. मैत्रेय उवाच परमेष्ठित्वपां मध्ये तथा सन्नाम अवेक्ष्य गां कथं येनां समुन्नेष्य इति दद्यौ दियाचिरम्. Sri Maitreya said, thus seeing the earth merged in the water, Brahma gave his attention for a long time to how it could be lifted. सृजतो मे क्षितिर्वाभिः प्लाव्यमाना रसां गतया अथात्र किम् अनुष्ये अनुष्ठेयम् अस्माभिः सर्गयोजितैः यस्याहं हृदयाद् आसं स ईशो विदधातु मे. Brahma thought, while I have been engaged in the process of creation, the earth has been inundated by a deluge and has gone down into the depths of the ocean. What can we do who are engaged in this matter of creation? It is best to let the Almighty Lord direct us. इत्यभिध्यायतो नासा विवरात् सहसा नगः वराहातोको निरागात् अंगुष्टः परिमाणकः. O sinless Vidura, All of a sudden, while Brahma was engaged in thinking, a small form of a boar came out of his nostril. The measurement of the creature was not more than the upper portion of a thumb. तस्याभिपश्यतः कः स्तः क्षणेन किल भारत गजमात्रः प्रवर प्रववृद्धे तद अद्भुतम् अभून्महत्. O descendant of Bharata, while Brahma was observing him, that boar became situated in the sky in a wonderful manifestation as gigantic as a great elephant. मरीचि प्रमुखै विप्रैः कुमारैर्मनुना सह दृष्ट्वा तत्सौकरं रूपं तर्कयाम् आस चित्रदाम्. Struck with wonder at observing the wonderful boar-like form in the sky, Brahma with great Brahmanas like Marichi as well as the Kumaras and Manu began to argue in various ways. किमेतत्सुकरव्याजं सत्त्वं दिव्यम् अवस्थितम् अहो बताश्चर्यमिदं नाशाय मे विनिश्रितम्. Is this some extraordinary entity come in the pretense of a boar? It is very wonderful that he has come from my nose. दृष्टोऽङ्गुष्ठशिरो मात्रः क्षणाद्गण्डशिलासमः अपि स्विद्भगवान् एषः यज्ञो मे खेदयन्मनः. First of all, this boar was seen no bigger than the tip of a thumb, and within a moment he was as large as stone. My mind is perturbed. Is he the supreme personality of Godhead Vishnu? इति मे इति मीमांसतस्तस्य ब्रह्मणः स सूनिभिः भगवान् यज्ञपुरुषो जगर् जगर्ज wait जग जागेन्द्र सन्निभिः. While Brahma was deliberating with his sons, the Supreme Personality of Godhead Vishnu roared tumultuously like a great mountain. ब्रह्माणं हर्षयामास हरिस्तांश्च द्विजोत्तमान् स्वगर्जितेन ककुभः प्रतिस्वनयता विभुः. The omnipotent Supreme Personality of Godhead enlivened Brahma and other highly elevated Brahmanas by again roaring with his uncommon voice, which echoed in all directions. निशम्यते गर्गरितं स्वखेद क्षयिष्णुमायामय सुखरस्य जनस्तपःसत्यनिवासिनो ते त्रिभिः पवित्रैर्मुनयो गणः स्म. When the great sages and thinkers who are residents of Janaloka, Tapaloka, and Satyaloka heard the tumultuous voice of the Lord Bore, which was the all auspicious sound of all merciful Lord, they chanted auspicious chants from the three Vedas. तेषां सतां वेदविना वितानमूर्तेर्ब्रह्मावदार्यात्म गुणानुवादं विनद्य भूयो विबुद्धोदयाय गजेन्द्रलीलो जलमाविशेष. Playing like an elephant, he entered into the water after roaring again in reply to the Vedic prayers by the great devotees. The Lord is the object of the Vedic prayers, and thus he understood that the devotees' prayers were meant for him. उक्षिप्तवालः खः चरणः कठोरः सटाः विधुन्वन् खररोमशत्वक् कुराहताभ्रथितदंष्ट्रक ईक्षा ज्योतिर्बभासे भगवान् महीद्रः. Before entering the water to rescue the earth, Lord Boar flew in the sky, slashing his tail, his hard hairs quivering. His very glance was luminous, and he scattered the clouds in the sky with his hoofs and his glittering white tusks. घ्राणेन पृथ्व्याः पदवीं विजिघ्रन् क्रोधापदेश स्वयम् अध्वराङ्गः कराळदंष्ट्रोऽपि अकराळ दृग्भ्याम् उद्वीक्ष्य विप्रान् गृणतो विशत्कम्. He was personally the Supreme Lord Vishnu and was therefore transcendental, yet because he had the body of a hog, he searched after the earth by smell. His tusks were fearful, and he glanced over the devotees Brahmanas engaged in offering prayers. Thus he entered the water. Savajrakutanga Nipata Vega Vishrna Kukshihe Thanayan Udanvan Utsratsta Dirghormi Bhujair Vi Ivartas Chukrosha Yagneshwara Pahi Meti. Diving into the water like a giant mountain, Lord Bo divided the middle of the ocean, and two high waves appeared as the arms of the ocean, which cried loudly as if praying to the Lord, O Lord of all sacrifices, please do not cut me into two, kindly give me protection. Kuraikshuраprair tad apa utpara triparurasayam dadarshagam tatra sushupshur agre yam shiva danim swayam abhyadatta. Lord Boar penetrated the water with his hoofs, which were like sharp arrows, and found the limits of the ocean, although it was unlimited. He saw the earth, the resting place of all living beings, lying as it was in the beginning of creation, and he personally lifted it. स्वदंष्ट्रायोद्धृतमहीं निमग्नं सौत्थिथ संरुरुचे रसायः तत्रापि दैत्यं गदया पतन्तं सुनाभ सन्दीपिततीव्रमन्युः. Lord Boar very easily took the earth on his tusks and got it out of the water. Thus he appeared very splendid. Then, his anger glowing like the Sudarshana wheel, he immediately killed the demon Hiranyaksha, although he tried to fight with the Lord. जघ्रान रुन्धानम् असह्य विक्रमं सलीलायेभ मृगराज इवाम्भसि तद्रक्तपङ्काङ्कितगण्डतुण्डो यथा गजेन्द्रो जगतीं विभिन्दन्. Thereupon Lord Boar killed the demon within the water, just as a lion kills an elephant. The cheeks and the tongue of the Lord became smeared with the blood of the demon, just as an elephant becomes reddish from digging in the purple earth. तुमालनीलं सितदण्डकोट्या क्षाम उत्क्षिपन्तं गजलीलयाङ्ग प्रञ्जाय बद्धाञ्जलयो नुवाकैर्विरिञ्चि मुख्या उपतस्थुरीशम्. Then the Lord, playing like an elephant, suspended the earth on the edge of his curved white tusks. He assumed a bluish complexion like that of a tamala tree, and thus the sages, headed by Brahma, could understand him to be the supreme personality of Godhead and offered respectful obeisances unto the Lord. ऋषयुवाच जितं जितं ते चितयज्ञभावना त्रयीं तनुं स्वां परिदुन्वतः नमः यद्रोमगर्तेषु निलिल निलिल्युरद्धयस्तस्मै नमः कारणसूकरायते. All the sages uttered with great respect, O unconquerable enjoyer of all sacrifices, all glories and all victories unto you. You are moving in your form of the personified Vedas, and in the hair holes of your body the oceans are submerged. For certain reasons, to uplift the earth, you have now assumed the form of a boar. रूपं तवैतं ननु दुष्कृतात्मनां दुर्दर्शनं देव यदध्वरात्मकं छन्दांसि यस्वतचि त्वचि बर्हिरोमस्व आज्यं दृशितिव्य अङ्घ्रिषु चातुर्होत्रम्. O Lord, your form is worshipable by performances of sacrifice, but souls who are simply miscreants are unable to see it. All the Vedic hymns, Gayatri, and others are in the touch of your skin. In your bodily hairs is the kusha grass, in your eyes is the clarified butter, and in your four legs are the four kinds of fruitive activities. Sruktunda asit shruva isha इडोधरे चमसाः कर्णरन्ध्रे प्राशित्रम् आस्ये ग्रसने ग्रहास्तु ते यः चर्वणं ते भगवन् अग्निहोत्रम्. O Lord, your tongue is a plate of sacrifice, your nostril is another plate of sacrifice, your belly is eating plate of sacrifice, and another plate of sacrifice is the holes of your ears. In your mouth is the Brahma plate of sacrifice, your throat is a plate of sacrifice known as Soma, and whatever you chew is known as Agnihotra. दीक्षानुजन्मोपसदः शिरोधरं त्वं प्रायणी तं त्वं प्रायणीयादयनीयदंष्ट्रः जिह्वा प्रवग्यस्तव शीर्षकं क्रतोः सत्यावसत्यं चितयोऽसवोहिते. Moreover, O Lord, the repetitions of your appearance is the desire of all kinds of initiation. Your neck is the place for three desires, and your tusks are the results of initiation and the end of all desires. Your tongue is the prior activities of initiation. Your head is the fire without sacrifice as well as the fire of worship, and your living forms are the aggregate of all desires. सोमस्तु रेतः सवनानि अवस्थित सोमस्तु रेतः सवनानि अवस्थितिः संस्था विभेदास्तव देवदातवः सत्राणि सर्वाणि शरीरसन्धिस्तव सर्वयज्ञक्रतोरिष्टिबन्धनः. O Lord, your semen is the sacrifice called Soma Yajna. Your growth is the ritualistic performances of the morning. Your skin and the touch sensations are the seven elements of the Agnistoma sacrifice. Your bodily joints are symbols of various other sacrifices performed in 12 days. Therefore, you are the object of all sacrifices called Soma and Asoma, and you are bound by yajnas only. नमो नमस्ते किल मन्त्रदेवता द्रव्याय सर्वकृतवे क्रियात्मने वैराग्यभक्त्यात्मजानुभूभावित ज्ञानाय विद्या गुरवे नमो नमः. O Lord, you are the supreme personality of Godhead and are worshipable by universal prayer, Vedic hymns, and sacrificial ingredients. We offer our obeisances unto you. You can be realized by the pure mind, freed from all visible and invisible material contamination. We offer our respectful obeisances to you as the supreme spiritual master of knowledge in devotional service. दंष्ट्राङ्ग्रकोट्या भगवंस्त्वया धृतः विराजते भूधर भूः स्वभूधरः यथा वनान् निःसर्दतो दता धृता मतञ्जगजेन्द्रस्य सपत्रपद्मनि. O lifter of the earth, earth with its mountains, which you have lifted with your tusk, is situated as beautifully as a lotus flower with leaves sustained by infuriated elephant just coming out of the water. त्रयीमयं रूपमिदं च सौकरं भूमण्डलेनाथ दता धृतेन च ते चकास्ति शृङ्गोढ गणेन भूयसा कुलाचलेन्द्रस्य यथैव विभ्रमः. O Lord, as the peaks of great mountains become beautiful when decorated with clouds, your transcendental body has become beautiful because of your lifting the earth on the edge of your tusks. संस्थापयेनां जगतां स तस्तुषां लोकाय पत्नीम् असिमातरं पितां विदेम चास्यै नमसा सह त्वया यस्यां स्वतेजोऽग्निम् इवारणाव अदाः. O Lord, for the residential purposes of all inhabitants, both moving and non moving, this earth is your wife, and you are the supreme Father. We offer our respectful obeisances unto you, along with Mother Earth, in whom you have invested your own potency. Just as an expert sacrificer puts fire in the arani wood, कः श्रद्धा दी कः श्रद्धदीतान्यतमस्तव प्रभो रसां गताय भुव उद्विबर्हणं न विस्मयोऽसौ त्वयि विश्वविस्मये यो माययेदं ससृजेति विस्मयम् अस्ति विस्मयम्. Who else but you, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, could deliver the earth from within the water? It is not very wonderful for you, however, because you acted most wonderfully in the creation of the universe. By your energy, you have created this wonderful cosmic manifestation. विदुन्वता वेदमयं निजं वपुर्जनस्तपः सत्यनिवासिनो वयं सटा सिकोद्धूत शिवाम्बु बिन्दुभिर्विम विम्र विमृजमाना वृषईशपाविताः. O Supreme Lord, undoubtedly we are inhabitants of the most pious planets, the Jana, Tapa, and Satyalokas, but still we have been purified by the drops of water sprinkled from your shoulder hairs by the shaking of your body. सवैबत भ्रष्ट मतिस्तवैषते यः कर्मणां पारम् अपार कर्मणः यद्योगमाया गुणयोगमोहितं विश्वं समस्तं भगवान् विधेहि सम्. O Lord, there is no limit to your wonderful activities. Anyone who desires to know the limit of your activities is certainly nonsensical. Everyone in this world is conditioned by the powerful mystic potencies. Please bestow your causeless mercy upon these conditioned souls. Maitreya Uvacha Ityu Ityu इति उपस्थीयमानोऽसौ मुनिभिर्ब्रह्मवादिभिः सलिलेष्वकूरकरान्त उपादत्तावितावत्निम्. The sage Maitreya said, the Lord, being thus worshipped by all the great sages and transcendentalists, touched the earth with his hoofs and placed it on the water. स इत्थं भगवान् ऊर्मिं विश्वक्सेन प्रजापतिः रसाय लीला योनिताम् अप्सु अन्यस् अप्सुन्यस्य ययौ हरिः. In this manner, the personality of Godhead, Lord Vishnu, the maintainer of all living entities, raised the earth from within the water, and having placed it afloat on the water, he returned to his own abode. य एवमेतां हरिमेधसो हरेः कथां सुभद्रां कथनीयमायिनः शृण्वीत भक्त्या श्रवयेत वोषतीं जनार्दनोऽस्य सुहृदि प्रसीदति. If one hears and describes in a devotional service attitude this auspicious narration of Lord Bore, which is worthy of description, the Lord who is within the heart of everyone is very pleased. तस्मिन् प्रसन्ने सकलाशीशां प्रभो किं दुर्लभं ताभिरलं लवात्मभिः अनन्यदृष्ट्या भजतां गुहासाय स्वयं विधत्ते स्वगतिं परः पराम्. Nothing remains unachieved when the Supreme Personality of Godhead is pleased with someone. By transcendental achievement, one understands everything else to be insignificant. One who engages in transcendental loving service is elevated to the highest perfectional stage by the Lord Himself, who is seated in everyone's heart. Ko, ko namaloke purushartha saravit पुराकथानां भगवत्कथासुधाम् आपीय कर्णाजलिभिर्भवापाः अहो विरज्येत विना नरेतरम्. Who, other than one who is not a human being, can exist in this world and not be interested in the ultimate goal of life? Who can refuse the nectar of narrations about the personality of Godhead's activities, which by itself can deliver one from all material pangs? Thus ends the chapter 13 entitled The Appearance of Lord Varaha from the third canto of Srimad Bhagavatam. Hare Krishna. Thank you very much. I didn't see there's a text message. Okay. Okay. As we have covered this particular pastime, so I went through that so that we can hear also the Falastuti of hearing to the glorious appearance of Lord Varaha Dev. But definitely, I would just take 10 minutes to just wrap up the important points here in this, where we are talking about their first of all, it is so nice that Varahadev, Vidura is asking Maitra Rishi further. He asked, please tell me more. Yeah, whatever you have described so far about the creation of Brahma, everything is fine. That Manu and Swayambhuva Manu and Shatarupa, they begot children. Yeah, two sons and three daughters. And yeah, can you please tell what did Manu, the great Manu, the first man, has done after that? So this is what is the continuation, where first of all, yeah, to go into the purports is quite interesting, because here we see that Vidra's eagerness was appreciated, and then the greatest goal of hearing from the Guru is mentioned in the fourth verse. It is very important that we take to the instructions of the spiritual master and hear the katha from the spiritual master, through which we can be blessed. And going further, the greatest goal of hearing from a spiritual master is to hear about such pure devotees, because they always think of Lord Mukunda's lotus feet in their heart. श्रुतस्य पुंसां शुचिर श्रमस्य नन्व अंजसा शुभिर्ईडितो रथ तत्तद्गुणानु श्रवणं मुकुंद पादारविन्दं हृदयेषु यशम्. So saying so, then Maitreya is replying, and the conversation between Brahma and Manu, this is what he says. And then Brahma to Swayambhu Manu, he appreciates, oh, you are such a great son, because you have, unlike the Kumaras, unlike the Narada, who, though my plan of creating them was to create population, though my plan through Rudra was to create population, so all this somehow, yeah, didn't go as per my plans. But now I'm very pleased that Manu, you have come and you are asking and you are want to expand the population. So, and then he blesses him. And he says, why please the Lord? Is mentioned here in the 13th verse. The endeavors of one who does not satisfy Lord Janardana are all useless. That's why he said, pray to the Lord and engage in your service. And Manu replied, and I will follow your order. And uh, then comes this Svetavaraha in Swayambhuva Manu's time. This is what is discussed from the verse 16 to um 30. Yeah, there is whole description, and then finally, Lord Varaha appeared in this earth with his tusks, and all of a sudden there is also Neela Varaha description that is mentioned by in during that happened during the Chakshusha Manvantara. So in the same chapter we hear to two incarnations in two different times, and both are Varaha Deva's appearances in different features and doing different um, ways of lifting the earth. And then further the prayers of the sages, after and they understand, yeah, when Varaha came from the nostril of Brahma, he was in the size of the thumb, tip of the thumb, and then expanded, and he expanded like a big elephant in the sky. And then he jumped into the water to rescue the earth from the core of. And this initially Brahma was not sure what is this creature, but then later he understood this kind of wonderful things are very common only for the Supreme Lord, only He can do that. So then um, um, they understood it is Varaha Swami. Why? Because the Brahmanas and the sages, they were offering prayers. They were saying all like, your skin is Vedic hymns, your bodily hair is Kusha grass, your eyes are like like ghee. So all these descriptions are mentioned. And then you are the object of all the Soma and Asoma sacrifices. So that's why Varaha Swami we also call Yajna Varaha, because Varaha Dev is the yajna personification, whatever the yajnas we perform. And then they offer obeisances, and later then Lord lifts the earth from the core with and keeps the earth on the tips of the or the edge of the tusks, white tusks, and brings up. And it looked like they praise the Lord that it looks like an elephant holding a lotus flower with its tusks, like a huge mountain decorated with clouds. And then and after that, like parents, you and your wife, the earth in which you invested your own potency, are our father and mother. In this way, the sages are declaring and glorifying, praising the Lord that you are our ultimate mother and father. In fact, we all came from you. Who else but you can deliver the earth? But it is not very astonishing for you who created this wonderful universe with your Maya. So, for you who can create such a wonderful world, universe, for you to create or to bring earth and to have you this form is not amazing. It's wonderful but not astonishing. Then they say that we who are living in the higher planetary systems, this Jana, Tapa, and Satyaloka, we are blessed because when you came out from the waters of Garbhodaka ocean, when you just shake your body, the hair was sprinkling water, which is very, very holy, auspicious, and that purifies us. Your wonderful activities are unlimited. And then from 45 to 50 are very interesting. I mean, 45 and 50 especially. 45 is telling non-essential people consider them limited, but your leelas are wonderful. Your leelas are karmana. Uh, Please bestow good fortune on conditioned souls who are bewildered by your powerful Maya. This is a prayer by the merciful sages, so that conditioned souls like us, which who do not have the capacity to appreciate the greatness, unlimited activities of the Lord, may we be blessed by the Lord's mercy. And then the Lord, after resting the planet Earth on the waters, or back to its state or the orbit, then the Lord leaves. And after that, it says that the Lord, no blessing is obtainable when the Lord is pleased with oneself. The Lord gives him his own abode to an unalloyed devotee. So, tasmin prasanne sakalalish सकला श्याम प्रभो किम दुर्लभम ताभिर अलम लवात्मभिः अनन्य दृष्ट्वा भजताम गुण गुहाशय स्वयं विद्याते स्वगतिम परः पराम. He says, no blessing is unobtainable when the Lord is pleased with someone. The Lord is all powerful, all merciful, and He is the one who can bestow any kind of benediction one can. The Lord gives him his own abode to an unalloyed devotee. Ananya drishtya bhajatam. So see how amazing it is. The Lord is able to give residence in his own place, which is not ordinary, which is uh, transcendental or spiritual. Hmm? And then concluding, who other than ko nama loke purushartha saravit pura kathanam bhagavat katha sudham. Who is that other than a non-human could refuse it? See, which means a person, a human should have minimum taste for this katha. Otherwise, he is not a human. Who other than a non-human could refuse to hear the nectarian topics of the Supreme Lord that deliver one from all material pangs? Huh? आपीय कर्णांजलिभिर भवापहाहम अहो विवर अहो virajyate vina naretaram. So nara itaram, so only non-humans may refuse, but if someone is human, he should definitely have such a great taste to hear the harikatha. That is the conclusion. That's where we conclude today, saying that the Bhagavatam, especially about Varaha Swami appearance, yeah, and such leelas, one should take a note and appreciate a good fortune to hear, to read, and be blessed. This is what, and then there is nothing impossible. Hmm? Everything is possible by the Lord's mercy, and He Himself will bestow what is best for us. Hare Krishna. Thank you. Wow, 10 minutes. Thank you very much. Any quick questions or anything, any purport we want to look in, or we want to close?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna.
Hiranyaksha was killed by Shvetavara Swami or Raktavara. So these Shvetavara pastime, right?
As I said, till which verse is that? We see that Swayambhuva Manu, Varaha appeared to kill Hiranyaksha. This happened during Swayambhuva Manu, which is the first part, the description that was made. Okay? That is made in the 31st verse. This is where when all the planets other than Jala, Mahar, and Satyaloka merged in water of devastation. This is what happened. This is the beginning. First Manu was Swayambhuva Manu. Yeah, in the sixth Manu, which is Chakshusa Manu, the other Nila Varaha is described. Yep.
Okay, Prabhuji.
Mm-hmm.
And Prabhuji, that description comes some
Yes, we
other
cover
part?
next chapters to cover these.
Okay, Prabhuji. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Mm-hmm.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, there is something called as Bhuvaraha Swami temple in Sri Mushram, Prabhuji.
Mm-hmm.
So, so there is some belief that Varaha Swami also, came here or something, but as per if I recollect from the noise program, maybe I was not very attentive to apologies, Prabhuji, but Varaha Swami came, he rescued the earth, one from in different situations, and then he went back to his abode. Is it or?
Yeah.
Okay, Prabhuji. Maybe I will just read about Sri Mushram.
Maybe you can bring that reference. I think anyway, next few days we'll be discussing about Varaha Dev. Then you can add that.
Yes, Prabhuji. I
details.
will also go through it, Prabhuji. Yes, because it's like said, it's one of the Abhimana Sthalam and
Yeah. Nice.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay.
Thank you, Prabhuji.
Nice. Okay. Then thank you. Kalpatarabhyascha kripa sindhubhya eva cha पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। ग्रंथराज श्रीमद् भागवतम की जय। श्रीला प्रभुपाद की जय। हरे कृष्ण।
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.